Mr. Todd.
Who calls for me?
Mr. Todd, I say, where are you?
Mr. Sweeney Todd, where are you, sir? I am waiting.
I say again, I am waiting for you.
Who calls me?
I am the Beadle of St. Dunstan's Church.
What do you want with me?
I'm investigating a complaint, Master Todd. A very serious complaint indeed. Concerns the cellars underneath this shop. Sit down, Master Todd. I fear that poor bench of yours could scarce negotiate a personage of my dimensions.
You are indeed a very large man, sir. Uncommonly large. You make me feel quite a boy beside you.
Find yourself in some awe of me, Mr. Todd.
You do have that effect, yes, sir.
That is how it should be.
Indeed.
The Beadle is always well and judiciously selected. The parish authorities make no secret of it, that when there is an election for Beadle, they throw all their influence into the scale of the biggest candidate, providing, of course, he has brains to match, brains of a size to match his body, sir. Which brings us to the matter of your cellars.
May I suggest, Master Beadle, that you sit in this...
I did not come here to be shaved, Master Barber.
I detect a certain roughness in the region of your throat and neck, sir. Not fitting in a man so eminent as the Beadle. I should be honored to shave you for nothing and would thank you for your condescension.
Oh, very well. 'Tis the duty of a Christian to patronize the meek, especially an officialized Christian like me. And now, Mr. Todd.
Forgive me, sir, that I mix my own lather. The fact is, my apprentice has run away.
It is the stink in the church, sir. That's what it is. The stink.
He even took some of my bed linen with him. Still, boys will be boys, as they say.
The old in St. Dunstan's has become so terrific that when I unlock the church door of a morning, I have to hold the great key in one hand and a cloth soaked in vinegar in the other, as was done during the time of the Great Plague of London.
I often think that the feeling of freshness that comes after a good shave evokes a sort of fragrant recollection. It takes a man back to the time when he was harmless and did not need a razor to cleanse him.
Since I was appointed Beadle, sir, the stink in the church has become so repulsifying that members of the congregation have been forced to leave in the middle of a sermon and have been observed to slink across to Mistress Lovett's pie shop.
Mistress Lovett's pie shop?
To solace themselves, sir, with the hot pork and veal pies, in order that their mouths and noses be filled with an agreeable and delightful flavour instead of one so decidedly the reverse.
You mentioned Mistress Lovett's pie shop.
What finally provoked me to take action was the visit of the bishop himself, come to do confirmations. His piousness interrupted the vicar amidst his loquacious speech of welcome with the words, "It's all very well, sir, but what a terrific stink there is here." You've never seen so many confirmations done so fast.
And what conclusions do you draw from that?
Two, sir, two. First, that holiness is no proof against an abominable stench.
And the second?
That same abominable stench emanates from the ancient vaults under the church itself.
I see. No doubt from the corpses that are buried there.
My very own fault, Master Barber. My own spontaneous conclusion. But the records show that no one has been buried in those vaults for near a century.
Astounding, sir.
Astounding is the word, sir. Something is amiss in those vaults, and I mean to find out what it is.
What do you propose?
To examine them, sir. And if I read the records aright, the easiest access will be through the cellar of your premises.
I see.
To which end I shall tomorrow bring with me an engineer skilled in such matters.
To examine my cellar?
And beyond, as far as the cellars of Mistress Lovett's pie shop. Have you any objections, Master Bob?
Objections, sir? What possible objections could I have?
Then the matter is settled.
Yes. May I ask, am I the first person you have come to?
My perusal of the records have made you first choice, sir.
And you have not spoken of your theory to anyone else?
No, sir. I shall surprise them with the facts.
Then, indeed, the matter is settled, sir. Now then, if I may just tilt the chair back a little, and polish it off next.